Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you, not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Fold and lock your door. 5, 6,
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome, everybody, to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here with you.
And Scotty Bonin here with you.
We are
the Blood Brothers.
And
the Rob. I'm back.
He's back!
He's back in action.
Yes!
I'm going back to Robbie.
To Kelly, to Robbie. And
Ty and Draco.
Ty and Draco's with us tonight.
Ty's on because he likes
baby.
this movie, and hopefully he has some interesting facts because he's the only one that found time to do the research.
Yeah, well, yep, exactly.
Here we are. It's a Sunday night. Normally we record on a Wednesday, like afternoon, but Rob's going to be not available.
No internet connect. Well, no stable internet
Back
connection.
in the swamps again.
Yeah. You picking up any backwoods hookers while you're down there?
No, I'm not
No?
playing that one. I don't want anything to rot and fall off. I know where I'm at.
Well, can't they just? I mean, they probably just take out their dentures and then it's a good time.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the
No scratch
teeth,
marks,
yeah.
no scraping.
or at least you're in the backwoods with some wood. Nah, never mind. That's
Hey,
a bad
honey,
joke.
I'll give you a gator job. What's a gator job?
Oh, God.
If you
Gator
don't know,
job.
you can't afford it.
Oh God, that's probably true. There's spots like that. Oh, for sure.
A GJ.
Just those old ladies popping up out of the swamplands. Just can't avoid
Is that a
it.
gum job? A GJ?
Yeah.
It stands for gator job, damn it. And we don't know what that is.
But a gum job makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. It's ruined.
Ruined
it's-
it.
Gum job.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
How
I'm
far
not-
away
I'm
from
not
your
thrilled.
home are you working?
7 hours.
7 hours.
7
to
hours.
where? Where?
Well, I'm going from where I'm at
Tallahassee
to Jacksonville, which is on the Atlantic coast of Florida, and then doing a quick little survey job there, and then I'm going all the way down to Melbourne Beach on the Atlantic coast, which is 5 hours south, probably.
Jeez.
And then doing that, and then turning around, driving all the way across the state again, and then back up due north to where I live.
Back home. So you leave
This will be a
tomorrow.
long week.
Tomorrow morning you leave then for a 7-hour drive?
2 hours to Jacksonville, do work over there for a little bit, and then turn around and drive through the night to get to Melbourne, spend the night there, and then work a couple of days in Melbourne.
Jacksonville.
Jackson.
Can't think of
Place-
Jacksonville
place-
without thinking
Ash
of
vs.
Ash vs.
Evil
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I was loving that part, just laughing. A place so nice they named it Jackson.
Yeah, I just imagine the sunset sitting on the dock, drinking a beer.
Oh yeah.
I got two hands.
Finally
Hand
going
me
back to
2 beers.
Jacksonville.
Anyways,
love it.
Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp. Here we are.
Good old sleep. They really went young. I've never seen these movies before.
We're going back to the 80s, 1983.
And they really, it's like I'm surprised they went young because there wasn't really the opportunity for boobies without feeling like a pedophile.
Yeah, which is too bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the director said he chose them based on the fact that most 80s horror films were 20-somethings acting as teenagers, and he wanted to have actual kids involved.
So were these,
Yeah, he went
I wonder how
primarily
old these
adolescent
kids
actors.
were like
Angela
actually.
Angela was 13. Ricky was 17, and that's pretty much as specific as they got with ages.
Geez, Angela looked. I mean,
Ricky
I guess she
was
kind of looked like
17?
that. Ricky looked a lot younger than that. He looked like he was 13.
Well, boys always look younger than I think they are.
Well, he had that Ralph Macchio thing going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was, Ralph Macchio versus Elizabeth Shue in Karate Kid. It looks like she's taking advantage of him.
Yeah, it was Felisa Rose played Angela, and she's 13. I actually just looked at a picture of her, and she is looking really good right now. And she aged well. She's 48 now.
Does she have that red top on in the picture you're looking at?
Yeah, I just skimmed that one. Yep.
Yeah.
She's still working. She has 2018 going into 19 credits right now. So
Look at her entire. If you're on IMDb, look at her entire library because she went nuts with the horror films.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
Just did Victor Crowley. What else you got?
I still haven't seen that. I haven't
seen it either. I've only seen the first. I've only seen the first Hatchet. I've never even seen the rest of them.
I need to watch the Hatchet. Yeah.
Isn't that what it has to do with?
Hatchets.
Isn't that?
I think it is.
Isn't it? Isn't the same villain or is it not?
She was in.
It looks like the same guy.
I don't know.
Right, well,
she was in Dahmer vs. Gracie, Krampus. The second one looks like The Devil Returns. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. She seemed like she stuck with horror. That's cool.
Huh. Anyways, I was looking at this Victor Crowley.
But yeah, they definitely went with a younger cast, and it kind of made it more real. I guess usually, like Ty said, they used adults portraying the youth, but the cast was primarily made up, of all younger adolescent actors.
So we missed out on the boobers. That's all right because me and Scotty got plenty of them in our interview that we just released before this for Adrenochrome.
Oh my god!
Which I'm still talking it up. All you guys listening, if you probably all listened to the interview we released, but if you didn't, go watch Adrenochrome. Most hot girls I've ever seen in one movie.
Yeah, it was out of control. Like he just went to L.A. What was the director's name again?
Trevor Sims.
Trevor Sims, yeah, and he got all these girls, and half of them, or 3/4 of them, just did it for free.
I don't know if it was for
credit,
free,
or for credit. They got food
I don't know.
and stuff.
But
there was tons, a lot of actors in it and actresses.
Sleepaway Camp. So, how far into this are we going? Because there's like 5 of these movies. There's Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Return to Sleepaway Camp. Right?
I think just 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I've seen them all. I wouldn't go beyond that. Just for quality purposes, and nobody would give a shit.
The other ones aren't that great. 4, 5, and 6,
no.
Or is there 4 and 5?
No, it's 4 and 5.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
I think there's supposed to be a reboot this year.
There was one that I read on Wikipedia said that it's ended up not getting made, but I don't know if they're still trying to do it or not. So,
well, they should.
I don't know, but anyways, yeah. So they went young, obviously, so we didn't get our chance for the boobers. But that's all right. Random fucking bodybuilder camp counselor. I thought that was weird.
Yeah. The guy, the camp counselor guy, the guy that played, was it Paul? Or no, it wasn't Paul. It was I forgot what the heck his name was.
I forgot his name too.
But yeah, he was big. He was actually one of the better actors too, because the acting was so-so.
What I noticed with him was I thought he was one of the better actors, and then when shit started going down, he was not good at all.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know what happened to
His name is Ronnie, with his short shorts. Everyone had short shorts.
Oh my god, these are the shortest shorts I've ever seen on males ever in my life in this movie.
Yeah.
Hey man, skies out, thighs out, bro.
You're right.
I don't know, Rob. I think if Rob wore shorts like that, he would have an afro out of each pant leg, out of each short leg.
Yeah, I'm not permitted to wear stuff like that. I mean, I wish I could, but it's not just the grooming. It's just the fact that I'm a fat guy.
if Rob played Angela at the end, they would have to like do a lot further inspection to see what's going on because all they would see is just a massive bush.
Just a bush.
Yeah, they just would have been like, oh, okay.
They go, is that a girl or a guy? We gotta let's
strange.
dig through here for about 5 minutes. See what we can come up with.
Hey,
Oh my God, she's a boy.
Rob, you're a big fan of Jersey Shore, right?
Oh, of course, the documentary.
God. The
Yeah.
documentary.
Did you know that and early on when the speedboat goes over the two kids, the boy is the situation's older brother?
That is awesome. I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, look it up.
Wow, I'm so educated.
And by the way, Rob, bad situation. Not a good situation.
not a good
No, it's
situation
not a good
down there. Bad situation.
This is definitely a situation here.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, so there was short shorts, a lot of short shorts. I mean, I've seen.
I'm gonna bring. It's coming back. That's coming back.
Yeah, I think it is. We've seen a lot of
Rob,
80s movies with
if you
short
send
shorts.
me a couple pairs, I'll wear them to the gym.
Yeah, they're coming
Couple
back.
of pairs of jams.
Yeah, is that what they are? Is that what they're called?
Jams.
Yeah, man. We can get you some jams.
Send them over.
You can go get your own jams at totallyawesomeretro.com.
Oh,
What?
really? I'll have to check that out.
Where are you getting those? Who prints those? I shouldn't ask you on the. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Exnay on the imp pray for the Ellingsay on the website ways.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, but are they that short and that tight?
I don't know if they're that tight, but they are short.
All right.
Or
All right.
for definites.
All right.
They're it's definitely something your dad wore with like crew socks and sandals.
Oh, yeah.
On that awful vacation.
Crew
They're
socks
definitely-
with like blue stripes around the top.
Yep.
Yes, my dad used to rock those, and he was a Floridian. It didn't matter, even if he wasn't on vacation. He was out there cutting the grass in those shorts with blue crew sock with white crew socks with a blue stripe and like deck shoes on.
Deck
like
shoes.
a pink,
Nice.
with a pink Lacoste polo shirt.
Yeah.
So the tall socks, right?
Sweating his ass. Oh yeah, damn near knee socks.
Yep. Knee socks. Adidas or Nike shoes. Nikes with the Nike swoosh on them.
Man.
Low top, of course.
Yes.
God. Yeah, because we've seen many short shorts in like 80s movies like Friday the 13th and Halloween and stuff, but this was like extra short for this movie.
The shorts in this didn't really blow my mind as much as all the guys in crop top shirts.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, those were bad.
All the guys
Those
had crop
were bad.
tops.
It looks good. Who was the girl in Friday the 13th Part 2 that wore the little Mickey Mouse crop
Well, when
top
a
shirt?
girl's
Had those
wearing it,
incredible. Exactly,
that's a
but like
different
the guys
story.
the guys wearing it, you're like what? Like no, like I mean, just don't wear a shirt. Like
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
you're this buff, hairy 80s guy. Cool. Just don't wear a shirt at all. What the hell is this? It's basically like no sleeves and it just covers your nipples. Like,
Yeah.
it made
Yeah.
no sense.
Because apparently you aren't allowed to play softball unless you have a crop top shirt. So that's why, or you're not allowed to be a captain. All those guys playing softball in it. That was a funny scene.
Yeah.
There's like no sound, and there's just like the ball hitting, and I just loved it. It's campy. It was great. I liked it a lot.
yeah.
It was campy. A movie at camp.
Camp, yeah. Oh yeah, of course. It's there's the whole definition right there, right? Like we were referencing it in the pre-show earlier to Friday the 13th. It was more of a crappier comedic version of Friday the 13th.
The boiling water dropped on the chef, and like he would scream, and then they would make a hard cut, add a little bit more special
To
effects,
Ben.
cut back.
They cut to Ben
cut back.
staring at him, going, "Oh."
And then cut back screaming, oh, all of a sudden these new effects magically appeared.
Yeah.
Then cut back. Oh, let's add some more effects. Then cut back again. It was like that scene lasted like 17 minutes.
Oh, it was
and
crazy.
It probably took 25 days to shoot.
That's one of my notes.
And he was yelling the whole time.
My first note is Is the mom serious when like her acting? Is that what?
Oh,
is that
Aunt
her
Martha!
character?
Oh my God, wasn't she? She's the best part of the movie.
She's crazy.
It depends. I don't know. Is that how bad of an actress she is, or is that the character she's trying to portray?
I think it was meant to be that she is just this wacko lady that that's Ricky's her son, and then Angela's the cousin, and she's just like wacko. So I think she did it on purpose.
Okay, well, it was an interesting choice.
According to the documentary, she did not like her lines at all. She thought, I think the exact quote was slanted. They're slanted lines. I don't know what that means exactly, but she nails it. I mean, she creeps you out.
She must be racist, and so she calls things slanted when she doesn't like them.
Slanty eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
That's my guess.
Oh, God.
I'm glad you brought her up because she's like, oh, did I forget that? And then she always taps her chin when she says something. Like,
yeah.
When she says something, she always taps her chin. Like, did I?
I tied a string to my finger.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
I made out your physicals, but don't tell them that I made them out.
Yeah.
Did I forget something? Oh, I stuck this rolling pin in my asshole to remind me of something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, now I remember.
Oh, son of a bitch! I left Johnny at soccer practice. I knew what the rolling pin in my ass was now.
Shit! God damn it!
Oh, God. So
she was creepy. She was creepy though.
At the very end too, when Angela has that little flashback of how she got turned into a boy. Because she was
turned into a girl.
Sorry. The other way around. Because she was Pete. Now she's Angela. That means angel. Oh, that will do nicely.
Right before we saw the cutaway to Rob's junk with Angela's head on it.
Yep, exactly.
I cannot wait to see the memes of my head superimposed.
I don't think those are allowed on Facebook.
It's a private group. Try it. I want to actually see them.
I think
the best one. I'll make my profile picture.
You're pissing off the moderators now because I think it's in the rules. No nudity or anything over the top.
Exactly.
Put a little
square over it.
Put a little one of those little fuzzy, blurred out squares like they have in Cops when they're dragging some naked guy out of his trailer. And
you won't need much. I picture like if Rob went to the old gym we used to go to, he'd like fit right in with the old guys getting dressed, like conversating about the weather.
And they just talk there
and they're just standing there naked. And literally some of them, like, I don't think they have a penis. Like if you walk by and you look down, you just see a bush.
Nothing.
With like a nipple sticking out of it.
Yeah. Or it looks like a big bowl.
I could do that for hours because I got no problem talking. I guess it's fucking dry up here in Boulder, isn't it, fellas?
Rob doesn't even work out. He just goes in and he just spends 3 hours shifting between the shower and the locker room without clothes on.
Yep.
And then Danny and Scotty are like packing their shit. Like, we're going now? Oh man, that was a good day at the gym, isn't it, fellas? We're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna come back and do this one again. I'm feeling good.
You bring your shaving cream, you bring like your whole bathroom.
Yeah, you're one of those guys that goes in and like
bring your whole bathroom.
Does everything at the gym. Shaves, brushes his teeth, and has his mouthwash. And
you bring your Gillette electric razor. You trim your beard.
If there really is like a gaggle of old dudes that just hang around and talk in the gym, I'm going to start going to the gym.
There was in our old gym.
So what was it like in 74, Tim?
Well, let me tell you.
Talk to these guys.
And he'll put his leg up on the bench right next to you. He's totally naked, and he'll just lean on his knee and talk to you for 30 minutes.
Oh, those guys, man.
Best president ever.
Oh, God. So director was Robert Hiltzik. He directed this, and he dedicated the movie to his mother, where you guys probably saw in the very beginning where it says, in fond memory of mom, doer, I thought, or doer. Yeah, doer.
That's a wonderful tribute to your mother. Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp. Little kids dying and being stabbed to death. Gotta love it. I guess they're teenagers. Sorry.
Can we go back to the kitchen scene for just a moment for two reasons? Number one, those practical effects were amazing.
Yeah, they weren't
bad.
They were pretty good.
And everything. And more importantly, the black gentleman that gets the job as the head cook, that's
Uncle
James
Ben.
Earl Jones' father.
Oh, really?
I saw something Earl Jones in the credits.
So he was the other cook, right? The other cook?
I think Robert James Earl, but yeah, that's
I think it's
James
Robert Earl
father.
Jones. I think. I thought it said Robert Earl Jones.
Yeah.
He was
He was the older guy, the older cook.
he was quite the interesting actor.
He
as
was
well.
so funny. That first line when Artie's the cook and he's like, "Oh, look at these girls come in," and then the James Earl, whatever, the older cook, he's like, "Oh, not for me." And he's like, and then Artie's like, "You're just too old." And then the older cook, and then he just walks away. He just laughs and walks away, and it just was funny.
You know, it was a better time back then when you just laughed at pedophilia and stalking.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't really frowned upon.
That was a better time.
Sometimes that's all you have to do is laugh, man. And then Chris Hansen had to show up and start offering everybody fucking cookies, and that's entrapment. One.
Yeah.
I don't have any more to say about that without incriminating myself.
So
all those sweet little baldies, that's entrapment.
oh yeah.
That's what that guy called
gross.
it.
That was so gross.
I like to call them baldies.
If there's,
He did.
If there's, whoa, hold on there, bud. You got to wait till there's grass on the field before you can play ball. Okay, that's the rule.
Yeah. So the very beginning of the film of the movie, Angela's dad and brother die. No, and sister die because he's the boy swimming, and then he gets the change to the girl. But that scene was so funny because the dad, you can tell he purposely just tips the boat over, and then they're just sitting there, and then you don't really see anything, but then you see just the vest that comes up. But I'm like, wait, why is Angela? It didn't make sense till the very end. So that was kind of cool how they did that. They kind of let it on, like, but wait, the boy survived, but she's a girl. But then it all came to fruition at the very end. So
Old enough to pee, old enough for me.
oh no,
Oh God!
Out of the womb, into my room.
oh, I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
you literally Googling?
No,
Those are well known.
Those are two old ones that
Those are well known.
Those are not
No,
well known.
I made those up like years ago.
In out of the tomb,
No,
out of the
womb to
womb,
tomb is a rhyme.
out of the
but-
womb into my room. That one's been
No,
said.
that is the one I made up. I think.
Okay, well,
Or maybe old. I don't know. I made them both up, as far as I'm concerned.
Stanny tisk tisk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of the tomb into my
womb
room would be like a necrophilia comment.
Out of the out of the tomb into my room. Yeah, definitely. That's doesn't count if they're still warm.
Oh my.
Gross.
You definitely they had a lower budget because maybe they did this for the campy effect. They had the signs taped in the bus window for what the fuck this camp was called.
Arawak.
Arawak.
Camp Arawak.
Arawak.
Camp Anawana.
Anawana.
Anawana?
What's that? What's that? What?
That's Salute Your Shorts.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was filmed in Argyle, New York, near Summit Lake, at a camp formerly known as Camp Algonquin. How about the pedal?
Formerly known because they had to change the name after this movie.
Exactly.
Nobody would send their kid.
Yeah, we're not sending our kids
How about
there.
the guy? How about the pedophile taking 3 tries in 5 minutes to rebuckle his belt on the way out of the room?
Yeah,
there?
he just couldn't get his belt buckled.
He's like buckling the belt when Rick walks in, and then he yells at Rick and slams him, and is like, "Don't tell anybody." And then you'd think he would buckle it before he walked out, but then he finishes walking out, and they run screaming. He's still buckling his belt when the other cook's like, "What happened? I must have scared him."
Yeah. God.
And he's like buckling his belt up.
Ricky. God,
And everybody thought, okay.
Yes, they're like, "Oh, no biggie."
And then Angela struck for her first victim and killed the cook.
Well,
we don't know it's her yet, but
I know we're jumping ahead, but that was a pedophilia type thing right there. And then you got this old ass camp guy.
I know.
About to have dinner with the teenager.
Meg. With Meg.
And they act like that's just not a big deal at all. He even goes in. He's like, she's supposed to meet me an hour ago.
Yeah, she's 17 or 18 in it, you know?
I mean, good for him, but what the fuck?
Yeah, that was
he's just a nice old camp guy, man. He's not up to any weird tricks.
Oh, he just wants her to come try his
good old Mel. Good old Mel.
His freaking butter cookies.
Yeah.
He's a counselor. He's there to help her work through some things.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna bring her in. He has a tin of variety butter cookies that all old people keep in their house.
Oh yeah, old people love butter cookies.
Is that what or whatever the tins of cookies are? They're in like the cupcake things, like the things that hold cupcakes. All the cookies are stacked in those things, and they're in tins.
They all taste the same. They're just different shapes.
And old people think that kids like them.
Yeah, they're Royal Dansk. Danish butter cookies. Those are the best.
Come have a cookie, honey. Don't you like cookies?
My grandma used to have those.
I fucking hate your cookies, Grandma.
Royal Dansk. Yep,
Yeah,
those were them.
That's all he was doing, right?
No, the guy that played Mel, Michael Kellen is his name.
Well, no wonder the old people had them. They're $3 at Walmart.
Dude, they're so good.
It's fucking
and
cheap
they last
as hell.
forever.
Did you just Google that?
Yeah, I did. They're $3.48 at Walmart. They've got over 1,000 positive reviews on them.
Oh man, I think it's a requirement when you age past 70 that you keep a tin of that in your house.
My grandmother had numerous tins.
Oh, dude, me too, man. I love those things. The ones with the sugar.
I'm gonna order some.
The cane sugar.
I'm gonna order some and send them to Danny's house via Amazon.
They're just gonna go right in the trash.
Oh, they'll go right in my hands to my house.
Only if you include some jammers in there, which I cannot find on your site. So you're obviously not doing it right, unless you're talking about your swim trunks.
Yeah, those are shorty swim trunks.
Yeah. Oh, so is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, we call them jams. We can get the if you want like the real shorts, like not swim trunks but shorts, we can get those.
I'm talking like the jam, with like like a white stripe around the outside, and they like curl up on the sides of the leg there, meet in a V.
Oh, okay. I got you covered. I'll send you a link. We don't. Savannah actually found them. We don't have them in the store yet, but I did find you.
Just send me the China link. I'm just joking.
No, that's not where I get mine from.
No, U.S. made.
We didn't find one in the U.S., but I did find you a Royal Dansk Danish butter cookie assortment, sir.
Dude, that's the best.
Ooh,
that's what we had.
7 pounds.
Oh my god.
For $26.
Oh my lord.
Do you dip those in coffee, man? Oh, so good.
What?
Oh yeah.
That's a steal. It's the price.
So
5 pounds of Danish butter cookies. Could
that's a lot.
Yours.
That sounds like a heart attack right there.
I don't want those at all. Those are so horrible.
I assume they don't go bad.
No,
yeah.
I mean that's why old people have them.
So speaking of old people, the guy that played Mel, Mike Kellen, this was his final film. He was extremely sick during the filming, I guess, but did his best to conceal it. And he passed away 3 months before the film got released. So it was filmed in 83, the beginning of 1983, January, and then or February, I think it is here. And he passed away in August.
We can only hope that he got an offset hand job.
So maybe that girl that played Meg did, her name was Catherine Cammy.
Do we know how he died? Because she was probably giving him a hand job, and she tore his silk skin, and he bled it out to death.
Yeah. Well,
no, I want to say it was lung cancer, and
it was lung cancer
on the car. Yeah,
it says lung cancer, but are we sure it wasn't his Kleenex soft old man boner skin that was torn open, off of his lighthouse vein, and it just hemorrhaged to death?
When you get older, man, your skin gets really fragile, and any kind of little tear.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So some girl could kegel too hard and just rip your dick. Right off.
You could literally have a halfie and catch it on the door latch.
Yeah. Well, even if she didn't shave and she had a little bit of pubes, those could have even cut him up a little bit.
These are baldies we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Stop saying that.
There was a lot of pubic talk of this, like when the mean girl. What the heck was the mean girl's name? Judy. When Judy was like
that side
talking to
ponytail wearing.
I know
bitch.
that little side ponytail
What a
wearing.
biatch.
He played a bitch so well.
She
Yeah,
did.
she did.
She was teasing Angela about not hitting puberty yet. Is
and
that
her-
why you don't want to go in the lake? Because you haven't hit puberty yet?
Her and her beginning stages cardboard tits.
She was still
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
looking.
but I mean, she was. How do you feel about the side ponytail? I kind of liked it, to be honest with you.
Well,
Karen
you like
Fields
everything
is her
from
name.
you like everything from that era. I'm surprised Rob doesn't go around wearing jams and a belly shirt.
I cannot wear a belly shirt, as we have previously discussed. Now
You can do
if
whatever
I
you
had-
want. Do you think
if I had the gains like all you guys that are all like 6'2", 6'5", and everything else, and didn't look like Burt Young's.
I was
Like,
just gonna-
didn't look like Burt Young in
was just-
his 30s. Then yeah, I probably could wear a half shirt.
I was just gonna say, do you think Burt Young asks for permission to wear a belly shirt?
That man does not wear a belly shirt. R.I.P. Burt Young.
Oh,
You know
I bet he
oh,
would.
that-
I bet he did.
I bet he
did.
bet Burt Young's jamming and belly shirting with his crew socks.
But now, like the shorts, yeah, every pair of shorts I own are at least like 3 inches above the knee. I don't like shorts. I rock them, man. Now, when I was growing up, I think we all did, in high school with Jinkos and everything. All my shorts were like 3 inches below the knee. Looked ridiculous. Now that I've hit my 30s, like, man, the sky's out, thighs out.
That's how
Like,
I am,
I
man.
gotta get a little tan on mine.
I can't wear shorts below the knee anymore. Used to.
It's like it hits you, right? Like around your like late 20s over you're like, I'm not wearing damn cargo shorts down to my ankles. What the hell?
Did you wear
I need some knee room.
Did you wear the long Jordan basketball shorts like down to your ankles?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
remember
wore probably like mid shin at least. Oh yeah, and I used to bag all my stuff. Sag everything.
I used to call them spants.
Spants.
Oh yeah, spants. Those were the things back then.
I did go through a really terrible phase of the zip offs. The zip.
Ooh, that's not
zip
good.
off pant legs.
And then you got the zipper hanger hanging down there. The zipper handle hanging down.
Yep, I had the zipper and I had like the toggles and stuff to hang keys on. I had all kind of zippers and shit all over them.
Yeah, I don't even know why you wear shorts at that point because there's only like 2 inches of your ankle showing.
Yep.
Yeah,
not anymore. Not anymore. Now I'm an old man.
Chris,
shorts are supposed to be short.
used
Damn
for
it.
those.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep, you're right. So the kid that played Ricky, Jonathan Tiersten, was given the role of Ricky after a weird audition where the director Robert
Or
Hitz.
Mel had him give him a hand job.
Yeah. Well, I was getting to that. Yeah.
With a reach around, but he's like, be careful.
With butter cookies.
Not reach around. Sorry. An opposite reach around where he said, "Be careful, Sonny. That asshole tears easy. It's like Kleenex back there.
Oh God.
You make sure that finger's nice and lubed up."
So that was the second part of his audition, but the first part, Robert Hiltzik asked Jonathan to cuss him out, and since he cussed him out so well, he got the part of Ricky, where you see Ricky cussing out tons of people in this movie at all times.
Yeah, there was an extreme amount of incredible like there was more cussing in this than in The Godfather, or in Goodfellas.
All the kids were cussing.
They're playing softball. It's like I'm a kill you and rape your mother, you awful cocksucker.
He's like, fuck you, eat shit.
Whoa.
These kids were on edge. Like any little thing just set them right off.
Eat shit and die. I'll eat shit and live.
I mean, honestly, even if I was a kid at this camp, there would have been a point to where you're just like, whoa, dude,
calm down.
Really? It's a little much, isn't it, Ricky? Maybe you just need to
he was
down.
a little feisty.
Yeah.
But whatever. Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Fucking speaking of feisty.
Speaking of asshole tears.
God damn. I just tore a new one.
Oh man. That means it's time for the
Horror halftime. No, you have to do
all three of you assholes were doing that. I was trying to drive my truck and all of a sudden here it comes, and they did it like 4 times.
No, you have to do
Where's
Angela.
your theme? Where's your halftime theme? Angela.
Dun, 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 dun,
The Price is Right. I mean,
dun, dun, dun.
Family
See?
Feud.
See?
Sorry, Ty, I did it again. Family Feud.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah, the price is wrong.
All right.
You have to do
Survey says
Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know his game shows.
Yeah, damn right. God damn it. No, you have to do the Angela though.
That was off
At the end of Sleepaway Camp.
We'll get there. We'll get
Yes,
there.
we
So
will. When you see that meme.
there is a horror freak of the week, and it is Shay Fox.
Shay Fox. Yes.
What a
Wins
fuck.
with
What
the
a fox.
two
Good
Bone
one, Ty.
Tomahawk memes. Check them out. They're in the group. I do want to give a shout out to Joshua McMillan, new member of the group, for participating, and yours was a close second. So please play again.
Submit for Sleepaway Camp.
Shay, shoot us a message. You can either DM us on Twitter or message us on Facebook on the page and give us your address, shirt size. We'll send you some goodies or
Yes.
a goodie.
Yes, we will.
And you are the horror freak of the week.
Yes. We got a lot of good Bone Tomahawk
good
memes.
Bone Tomahawk memes. So get your memes.
Das Freaking of der Weekend.
Yes, Das Freak of der Week. So send them in for this movie next week. Yeah, and sorry,
Sleepaway Camp.
I'm pre-apologizing to people. We are recording this. It's a Sunday night. It's not Wednesday. So usually you have till Wednesday, but you only had till Sunday this week. So you never know if we're going to record early. So make sure you get your memes in ASAP after you hear the episode.
You never know what my work schedule is or what swamp in the middle of nowhere I'll be sent to.
Yes.
Exactly. So,
We got to work around Robbie's wherever Rob's at.
all right.
I do want to give a shout out to Torres and everybody else that posted very nice memes. I guess people missed me. It was
Yeah.
very nice to
missed
hear
you.
that.
I want to give a shout out to Torres, too.
I liked all the. My favorite was my head superimposed.
Oh, that was awesome.
while choking out Kurt Russell, and then of course I can't remember who did it, but off the top of my head right now, but the Kevin Costner meme that said, "What do you mean there's no Rob?" I saved it. It's going to be my new background on my Facebook. I am deeply touched
I saw that one too.
that somebody made that for me.
I want
That
to give a
was
shout
good.
out to
I love the superimposed,
I want to give a
though.
shout out to Torres too because he re-upped on Patreon. Thought we lost you there for a minute, but we didn't. Shout
Way
out.
to go,
Thanks.
FT.
Thanks,
Yeah.
brother.
So those of you
Hell yeah,
guys that
man.
want to support what we do, go to patreon.com/cultclassichorror and subscribe to a level there. You can listen to our pre-show talks. Hell, I don't even remember what we talked about today.
Oh, we have a lot of good pre-show stuff.
But
that
check
you
it out
won't
there.
Here on this.
We do have some extra stuff. We're trying to actually coming up with some more extra stuff we can do. So stay tuned for that. All right, that concludes the Hoarder halftime. All right. I thought that my note here says, "Is Ben autistic?" That's the Earl Jones. That's who I was. I just didn't know what he was trying to do.
Don't do that. You're going to get in trouble again. We already got
Is
that
that the
kid
cook?
from Halloween Part 4 that you accused of having
had to-
Down syndrome.
I
Send
had-
us an email.
I had to read his page-long email about how that was a character choice
Yes, the 7-year-old made a character choice
to be
No,
autistic.
you
Yes.
just-
What
you
movie
were
was
just
that? Halloween
borderline-
3 or something?
It was like
No, not
Halloween
3.
4,
Sorry,
I think.
4. Yeah, whenever
4 or 5.
It was 5. It was 5.
It's whenever
It's like-
Danielle Harris.
it's
It's whenever little Danielle Harris has that little boy friend. That's like,
Oh yeah.
is that 5?
Yes,
Yep, that's 5.
that's 5. I checked my Facebook. David Martin made me the Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp meme. Thank you,
Hell
David
yeah.
Martin.
DM baby.
It is it's touched me deeply. I'm just
Yeah, deep like
Very-
2 knuckles deeply in the asshole.
2 knuckles and 3 fingers.
Ooh.
That's how it's deep and wide, sir.
You
So,
you
thank you
ordered
very
some of those anal trainers I was talking about last pre-show, but you weren't on the last pre-show.
I
so
don't
you
get
wouldn't
the
know.
I didn't get the last pre-show.
Yeah,
Maybe
man,
you should be a
Apparently I'm
Patreon
not a
member.
Patreon
You got to be a Patreon member, Robbie, to hear that.
We did talked
I
about
was
anal
joking.
trainers. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so yeah, no, I just thought Ben might have been. They were talking to him like he was a child. That Mel was like,
Yeah.
Now you know we're not going to tell anyone about this, right? oh no, sir. Oh no, boss. Oh no, boss.
Doesn't sound so bad, does it?
No.
Yeah, it does not.
Yeah.
You know what?
I wanted to, before we got off the kids flying off the handle, that was my other note.
I was going to ask you that.
Kid was super pissed about losing in baseball. The first game they lose, and that kid like walks over and he's like, "God damn it!" And he's like kicking shit and like throwing a bat. I'm like, holy shit! Take your freaking whatever drug
And he was
calms you down.
cussing a lot still and stuff.
They were just getting a little too serious out there on the underhanded slow pitch softball field.
Yeah, and I think
I like how the kid's like, we're gonna get him, and he's like, I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna like wind up, and
nail him right in the back,
and like throw like 70 miles per hour,
and hail it down there. I'm like, are they playing softball? And then here it comes, like, you ready? Huh?
He lobs it over there. Like you'd have to try not to hit a home run with that kind of pitch.
Yeah.
No, I think there was some like inside betting or something going on, because that definitely
he threw it.
That's how old guys play softball now.
Well, in your opinion, do you think that scene went on too long? Because the actors and the director, I think, felt it went on too long.
Well, there
seemed like it was.
There seemed to be a lot of. I thought so. The team that won, they kept on showing instances of them kicking butt. And I kept waiting for like a rebuttal from the other team, or like someone to get pissed and start a fight, and none of it ever happened. So yeah, I did think it went on too long, because you only need a couple scenes of them winning. We don't need like 5 scenes of them winning.
Yeah. You know what else went on for a long time? Was I know I'm going back to the very beginning. Was the kids getting off the buses and just running? They were so why was everyone running forever? I know they had to do the beginning credits, but there was so much running around. I guess they're excited to get to camp, but it was just like, okay. But at least they had the music was cool when it first started, like the loud trumpet coming in.
I did miss
and like the horn coming in.
I did miss a note too in the beginning. Before he pulls the boiling water over him, he like leans forward and has to grab the shelf. Why does he need help to get back off the shelf?
He should just push himself.
Yeah,
back.
just push yourself back off yourself. He's like, oh, okay, kid, now help me down. He's like, come on, help me down.
Ben,
I'm like, just step backwards and get down. What are you doing?
He's too nervous. He's too big of a guy. He's on a little step stool or
I don't know.
chair.
Wasn't that the largest pot you've ever seen in your entire life?
yeah.
I
It
think
was
it was
like
the biggest thing
5
ever.
foot tall.
It's made to fit small children.
I didn't know they made pots. That's why the pedophile had it. Artie.
Yeah.
God.
He likes to, take care of the baldies and then throw them in the pot and cook them up.
Yeah.
fucking baldies. God,
Yeah,
it's like I'm a fan of what do they call it in American Pie? The
Pedophilia?
the shaved look.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of
pedophilia.
that.
Rob, I'm a
But
fan of pedophilia, but baldies is too far.
Look, we're not trying to look like perverts out here, guys.
I prefer.
I think Baldy sounds a little better.
I prefer small grapefruit with a slit in it.
God,
We knew a girl that had a small grapefruit with a slit.
Large
in it.
grapefruit.
Or a large
with a slit in it.
grapefruit with a
Large
slit in it.
grapefruit.
Not good.
what was her name? Did she
Side
listen to the
story.
show?
Her name was Angela.
Was it? I don't
I
remember
think
her name.
it was.
Side story. Our band was on tour, and our
Oh my
bass player.
God.
We were staying at this girl's house. And our bass player had like definitely shacked up with her.
But he denied it.
Oh yeah, and
But
then
we knew
And then
he did.
who was looking? Someone was looking at his phone.
That
And he had
was-
all these naked pictures.
That
of
was
her.
me.
Why were you looking at his
I
phone?
hope he's not listening right now.
So, anyways, he was like on the phone with her, but he didn't know we saw the pictures. And we said something to each other in the background about grapefruit with a slit in it. And she was like, "Did they look at those pictures?"
Here's what happened. I went upstairs. He was in the shower, and he left his phone sitting there, and he was just looking at the pictures before he got in the shower. I went to go get towels from upstairs, and then his phone was just laying there, and the picture was right there. I'm like, what the? So I just like tapped it, and I was like, what the fuck? So I that's how I saw it.
Oh.
But anyways.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean nothing to your friend or anything, but I mean, there had to been something wrong with her. She's sleeping with a bassist, right?
That's previous bass
Yeah,
player.
that's
not,
right.
Not current.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I mean, like, what's the list for rock stars? It's lead singer, lead
Drummer.
guitar, then like you got like rhythm guitar, then you got drummer, then you have like lead grip, then you have like show producer, then you have
Bartender.
like bartender, then you have like the guy that checks your pass or whatever, like the hand stamp guy that checks your ID. And then you have the guy who's the bassist.
Yeah.
That's
He's
how
like,
it goes.
he's low on the totem pole.
Jason Newsted didn't get any from Metallica. That's why he quit, because he figured out he's just a bassist.
God.
I thought it was sort of weird that like 12 guys went skinny dipping together in the lake.
Yeah. And
All
the girls
bare
didn't
asses
go.
running away.
I don't think that's weird. It's kind of what I was hoping to do when I get up to Colorado, find like a warm spring or something.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
All
we
of
have
us.
all
we
of
have-
us, all
we have
of us
plenty of
go
those around.
bond. You know,
We can go bond.
There's
I mean,
actually nude hot springs like everywhere around here.
not every.
Well, there's a few of them. Maybe
there's
two.
Like, there's nude hot springs, and there's like pot depositories all over Colorado.
Yep.
That place sounds like the wildest, or it sounds like it has the ingredients for the most batshit crazy state.
They might.
It's a good time.
Like
They might not let you in the nude ones with your fur pelt swimming suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sir. This is a nude beach. No, I'm telling you, it's real. You can come pull on it if you want.
No,
I mean,
take that off. No, this is real. Fur pelt.
look, I'm not shaving. This thing hasn't seen daylight in 20 years.
Sir, we'll let you in if you at least run a comb through it.
Yeah. We don't
there's a
allow fur
Cheeto.
trappers here.
There's a Cheeto.
Oh, there's an Indian nickel.
That's where that went. So I did like this movie, the classic pranks that you play at summer camp, and I always knew the shaving cream in like the hand. You tickle the nose, you get bashed with the shaving cream, but I never did the sit up into the ass crack. Was that a thing?
No, I've seen it
no.
done, but have not participated.
No.
So, yeah, that's the mind over matter trick.
Yep, the mind over matter trick.
They
Yep.
learned it
The
from.
best.
They learned it from Mel.
Oh yeah, Mel.
The
Yeah.
best summer camp prank-ish thing I ever saw when I was at camp was we were all hanging around and we were all betting each other whether or not you can light a fart.
Oh yeah.
I've been. Yeah, I've. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and a buddy of mine, Andrew, was there, and he's like, "Oh, you sure enough can?" And we're like, "No, you're full of shit. You can't light a fart. Everything
Literally.
else." And so somebody handed him a cigarette lighter, and he rears back. He gets his, he's on his back. He puts his feet up into this weird position, and he gets the lighter, and he just rips one, and it lights.
Oh.
And then we hear him scream and start dragging his ass all over the Adirondack, this little cabin that we were in. He lit it while wearing neoprene swim trunks.
Ooh.
Oh
And
my
they
god.
caught on fire and melted to his ass and balls.
Oh God, he really. Yeah, I mean that's. It works. It works.
He
Yeah.
had to peel them off, and then he was sent home.
All right, it was not that bad. I think we had a friend who
God,
tried it
that's
and
bad.
just singed their ass hairs. I think that's what it was.
Oh, I'm sure his ass hairs were singed
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, if you have a good enough fart, then and you can go for it, then it'll work. You know,
Yeah.
you can't have like a little silencer. You got to have like a nice big one. Anyways,
There's the most awkward kiss ever when
oh yeah,
when he kisses Angela the first time.
Yeah,
like
and
her-
then he goes in for a second one.
And that was awkward too. It was like her face was just there and he just ran into it with his.
what's the boyfriend's the little crush's name? Paul, is that his name?
I forgot.
The kid's name that it's like it's Ricky's best friend. I think it's Paul. And yeah, that was an awkward kiss.
That was awkward. The bees in the stall. That was a cool effect, but just like crawl under the stall and get out of there. You know?
Yeah, or break the stick that's
Or
through
go
it.
through the window. You know?
That little
break
stick.
the
Yeah.
twig that's holding you in there.
Yeah, break that little twig.
And I don't know if bees eat flesh, but that's what it looked like they were doing. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of bees on there.
And
you don't know, man. You can get into a swarm of angry bees, and that's just the end of you.
Yeah.
and I don't
You're
care
right.
if there's a swarm of angry bees around me. I probably still would wipe before I stood up, pulled up my jam.
Oh yeah.
I thought you
maybe he
wiped
did.
as you stood.
Maybe he
well,
did
I
wipe.
stand to wipe.
He could have wiped while he was saying like, "Oh, who is that?" He could be doing that.
It just doesn't make any sense. To do
What?
it that way.
Oh, so
Do
you
you
just
really stand to wipe, Danny?
yeah,
Do
I
you
stand
really?
to wipe.
Both of us do.
So you guys are saying that you just pick up one cheek and reach your hand under there.
I don't
I
have to
just-
pick
I-
up a cheek.
I just
I
kind
weigh
of
like
lean
140
forward.
pounds.
You
and
don't
I'm
pick up a
6'2".
cheek? Is that what you're saying?
I just lean forward on the bowl.
Where does your hand go?
Behind, like you lean forward. You use your, you kind of lean forward, kind of like in a weird, it's kind of a weird position, but you're just
But you got to
leaning
pick up one
forward.
of your cheeks off the stall, right?
Well, no, I kind of lean and lift. It's like a lean and lift type scenario.
No.
So
It's like you stand up just to bend over to wipe again.
Yeah.
how tall
No,
are you, Rob? How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
So you're 6'1", Ty 6'2". So it seems like if you're taller, it'd be easier to stand up. So Ty, you should. It's easier to stand up. 'cause you're taller.
I just lean forward and stand up, and then wipe my ass.
It sounds complicated. It
not.
sounds like you're adding one, if not two, unnecessary steps.
No, I don't like to shove my hand inside the toilet.
Well, I mean, it's cool in there. I mean, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So speaking of weirdness, so Paul tries to kiss Angela. She doesn't like it. She runs away, and they meet at the beach later, and then they try to get it on the beach, and she doesn't like it again. She has the flashback of her as a little kid or whatever with her brother, sister, whatever, like going to touch her. So
Yeah, that was weird.
she was the boy at that
did
time.
the brother?
She was the boy in that flashback.
Yeah, she had to have been.
Yeah, and then
right?
the sister was there.
Or was that a flashback of Ricky and her?
I think
quote
that was
unquote?
a flashback of her, well, his, whatever, sister that died in the boating accident.
So he's like went to try and touch her collarbone because he thought that was her boob or something.
Yeah, or they were doing some incest action or something.
Steve, what are you doing?
So she flashed back to that and was like, nope.
Anyways,
I'm shutting you down, Paul. That was kind of interesting. Like, so she was really like cursed, or just as a child, she was exposed to some weird shit. And that's why she's this crazy, murdering 13-year-old that's going around and killing everyone.
oh boy, Steve's halfway on my lap.
Oh, Steve's excited.
Oh, he's really excited. Red
Oh,
rocket, red
In the house.
rocket. Okay, get down. Get down. No, get your ass.
Hashtag you, Steve.
Good boy. There you go. Get the hell. All right, Steve.
Yeah,
go.
that was funny when the guy was taking the dump. He's like, "Hey, I'll be right there. I just gotta take a wicked dump first." And then when he sits down, you don't hear anything.
No, you
just
think you
silent.
get an unloading and unleashing.
Yeah, it's just silent. Like, wait, what's he doing in there?
Quick poll. When you're in a public bathroom and you know there's other people in there and you go in to take a dump, do you just you try and be like quiet about it, or you just let it fly?
Oh, I let it fly.
Oh, just you got to let it go, man. There's no reason to be shy about it. They know what they went into. That's the place where that's supposed to happen. If you can't handle that, then you didn't need to come in there.
Well, I've always wanted to say, because you know how relieving that is. When I'm like, I've never actually said it. Maybe you guys have, but I always wanted to. Like when I'm the one pissing, and someone comes in and I hear that, just the unleashing. I just want to be like, "Amen."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
You know,
Good for you,
Hallelujah.
dude.
Like, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
But I never have. But I want to.
You just want to give them like some words of encouragement.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
Like we're going to get through this together. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. I'm here for you right
Yes,
now.
we're here.
You know, put your hand into the stall, man. I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna power through this one together.
Exactly.
But no, I think I used to be like in high school. My greatest fear was having to use the bathroom in high school to go number 2 because it's just embarrassing. But now that I'm older, well, if it gets to the point to where like using a public restroom is a necessity, then it's no holds bar. Like you don't want to be here. I don't really want to be here right now, but what's happening has to happen now.
Yeah.
There's no more waiting. It has got to this point. It was either in this Chevron gas station or in my pants driving my truck down the road. Those were the only options for me to actually come in to this hepatitis infested bathroom.
Yes.
Are you pooping in the 80s? Where did you find a Chevron gas station?
Oh, we got Chevrons all over Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All
My
right.
dad is one of those people that will only fill up at certain gas stations because he believes all the other ones water down their gas or it'll hurt his car.
Yes.
So he only uses Chevron. So it's like, okay, like the gas light's on. You want to pull over here and get nope. There'll be a Chevron somewhere. Nope. I'm not getting BP gas. They put ethanol in it. It's like they put ethanol in everything. It doesn't matter.
Shannon's dad is like, won't get King Soopers gas. Don't go to King Soopers. They have
Really?
horrible gas.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I get the discount. I go to King Soopers.
Yeah. Safeway, King Soopers, or
I
whatever
know you don't
grocery
have
store,
King Soopers,
or
Rob.
whatever grocery store that has a gas
No, we
station
don't have a
connected
King
to
Soopers.
it.
I haven't actually Googled this King Soopers.
King Soopers. SOOPERS.
Do you have a King Soopers in Pennsylvania, Ty?
No, definitely not.
No.
This looks
Definitely
like
not.
some strange.
Or
It's a
Kroger.
It's a Kroger.
It's
Kroger, yeah, it's Kroger.
It's Kroger.
Yeah, we got Kroger's here.
Is it just called Kroger?
Yeah, it's just called Kroger.
Grocery store?
Nice.
All right. Well,
Heck yes.
I want to know what Angela's looking for outside when the boy comes up to her boyfriend, to like get another chance.
oh yeah,
She's like standing outside just
by one of the
looking.
cabins. By one of the
Yeah,
cabins.
she's just like looking around. No reason, no rhyme.
she's looking for Paul.
And we see the first person view coming up to her like it's the killer, but it ends up being her, her boy toy scaring her.
Maybe she's looking for a way to get in to kill Meg, or is that after she killed
It was
Meg?
after she killed Meg.
Okay.
This is right before she says, "Meet me at the waterfront."
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
And I'll show you my mushroom tip.
Yeah. Oh god. I mean that's why she didn't shower with the other girls.
Well,
because
yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That when she hits Judy and knocks Judy unconscious, that was just.
I'm
Like,
I'm
what?
just looking at
Did
my
she just
next,
knock her out?
I'm looking at my next note too, and I just can't. Just the flashback where the kids are just laughing at the gay guys. I thought that was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like sitting there like.
So that was her dad.
I think if I walked in on my dad like being gay with another guy, I wouldn't sit there giggling the whole time.
So that was Angela's dad with
Yeah.
his lover, which is the guy that was in the beginning of the film.
I mean, what can you say? Sleepaway Camp was ahead of its time.
It was.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
I wonder if like walking in on your dad doing that is just as terrible as walking in on like him and your mom.
Yeah.
If maybe like the gay aspect just made it even more shocking, or if it's still just, it doesn't matter. You're just kind of scarred for life now. Like it's over. What
That's
is
true.
it? Doesn't matter who you saw.
No.
It's just like, oh, okay, cool.
There might be degrees.
I'm going to go put a gun in my mouth.
Like if
Yep.
if you walked in on your dad like Bush to your mom's ass, that'd be the worst.
Oh, goodness.
Mom!
What's dad doing to you?
You're hurting my mommy. You're hurting my mommy.
This is how we grind the fur away, son.
Yeah.
We're grinding. See how you don't have any? Well, I need to get rid of mine.
Yep. God. Oh God.
me and my buddy almost walked in on my parents.
I've never done that, luckily.
Oh my God. We came home and it was like 1:30 in the morning, and we were drunk, very drunk. And we put the key in the door, we opened the front door, and my parents were in the living room, had like the couches and shit moved out of the way, the fire going in
Moved
the
out of the way?
fireplace.
What the fuck were they planning?
Oh, I don't know. It was I didn't see anything. And my parents never cuss. They just don't. They're not super religious or conservative. They just don't ever cuss. And the door clicks. I swing the front door open, and it's dark. The fire's going, and I just see like two things under a blanket, and my dad's screaming, "Get the fuck out!"
To you.
How old were you?
Yep. Out 17.
Oh God.
And just closed the door, put my key back in, locked it back, turned to my buddy Mike, and was like, "We have to go to your house now."
Were they?
That explains so much.
Were they like move the furniture and lay down plastic wrap and
I don't
fucking
know what they were doing.
Yeah, like a Dexter murder scene.
They were getting ready.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were getting
Dexter
ready
all
to
the
fucking to just do some ass play and get dirty.
Oh.
And it was
And you ruined it. You ruined it.
It was never, ever, ever spoken about ever again.
Of course not.
I showed back up the next morning, completely shit-assed, hungover. They knew it. Didn't get in trouble for drinking. Didn't get in trouble for driving.
Of course not. Yeah.
Nothing. It was just like, "Hey, honey, how did your night go last night?" "Oh, it went good. We just went and hung out with Chris or whatever." "Oh, okay, good deal." That was it.
Oh,
Good deal. I'm not even mad at you for being
like over with. Yep. Wasn't mad at you
There's
for
no
showing
way
up
to
at 2 a.m.
You should have been like, "How's your night?" Wink, wink.
Yeah.
No, it was, it was definitely like one of those things where me and my buddy woke up the next morning, had a cigarette, and we're like, I think they were, nope, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, this
I don't
was-
want to know. I don't want to think what they were doing.
This was smoking, Rob.
Oh yeah, this was 17 years old, rocking my Godsmack son tattoo.
Fuck Godsmack. God.
You shut your mouth.
You have a
Sully-
Godsmack
Sully
sun
is really-
tattoo right now?
It's it looks
Oh,
like
my
the
God.
Godsmack son tattoo.
Oh,
It's
I hate Godsmack.
Celtic. It's a Celtic tattoo that looks. It looks kind of. I think any sun tattoo looks like the Godsmack tattoo.
Didn't
but
some of Godsmack come from Tool or something?
no, that's a perfect circle.
Oh yeah, they're all horrible bands.
Yeah.
I just forgot to. Yeah,
but
they're
no,
all
it's-
horrible.
I got my mom signed off and let me get my first tattoo, and I was like, "Ha!"
Me too.
I used to walk up back. It was when I was in decent shape. I wore wife. I had my hair combed back with my widow's peak. I had big sideburns, and I used to wear white tank tops.
Wife
My
beaters.
arms. Yep, my arms out.
Oh,
with my
yeah.
tattoo.
We went through that phase.
I think we need to
We went through that
confer with
phase.
Savannah about used to kind of be in shape. That
Let me. If I can find a
descriptor you
picture-
just said.
what the
Find a
definition of that is.
I know I got a picture somewhere I could send in of when I was boyishly good looking with a Marlboro hanging out of my mouth.
Oh,
Looking all
yeah.
tough.
I think I saw an old school picture of you that you showed us.
Did
one
you wear
time.
shorts and cowboy boots?
No, I was
Cut
not
off
I
shorts,
was
cut
not
off
a
jean
cowboy
shorts.
boot.
You weren't a
Not a
redneck?
cowboy
Ketchup
boots
on
guy.
your face.
I was my go-to was like a pair of like low cut, I'd say like Vans, lace up regular low cut Vans, some cargo shorts, a wife beater, my chain, and a pack of Marlboros in the back pocket, and just chain smoking the cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
with my left arm tanned from hanging out the side of my truck that
Yep.
didn't have air conditioning,
Yep.
and just just living the dream.
Just
dude.
eating Taco Bell every night.
I was never for some reason I still am not a taco
Getting
band.
the Baja
Taco Bell guy.
Blast, Mountain Dew,
Drinking
extra,
Surge.
extra large.
Drinking Surge.
Oh, Surge, Jolt Cola.
Jolt, yep, Jolt.
And then the what was it? The 99-cent double cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
Yep.
Oh,
Those are my
the big
live-
double.
Yep, the McDouble.
Not the JBCs at Wendy's?
Junior
No.
bacon cheeseburger.
You used to get
No,
JBC
we
and
did
double
wrong.
stacks were on the 99-cent menu back then.
Oh yeah, we had like Checkers and Rallies here.
Oh,
We
yeah.
used to get the 99-cent spicy chicken sandwich.
Ah.
Oh, dude. Because you had to like scrounge up all of your lunch money to buy a $4 pack of cigarettes. So you only had like a $1.50 left over or whatever. So
you-
you just went and got a sandwich because you had to smoke.
Have you heard of the McBarnyard?
Oh,
No.
the McBarnyard.
That's where you take-
Well, we made that up, kind of.
I know. We heard it from some dudes when we were on tour. You take like a Big Mac, and then isn't it a Big Mac? And you put like, or is
No,
it a
it's
double
double
cheeseburger?
cheeseburger. Double
and you
cheeseburger,
put like
spicy
a
McChicken.
spicy McChicken in the middle of it.
You take one of the buns
Oh
out.
yeah,
Yeah, you take one of the buns out.
Though. Yeah.
yeah. We called it a McGangbang.
I was just to say that. Big gangbang, yep.
Spicy chicken in the middle of a double cheeseburger.
Oh God.
Oh, definitely.
So
All right.
so I'm gonna get back to the movie.
Perfect.
So Sleepaway Camp was
Rob, did you wear tall socks with shoes?
No, I wore no socks.
Oh, sorry. I just had to ask Rob one more time. Just had to.
no socks. So
Get in
didn't
there.
your shoes stink?
Scotty.
Didn't your feet smell?
Oh, yeah.
And your shoes
Oh, yeah,
just
they
stunk like shit.
No socks.
If
They
you
were,
don't,
they were,
Did you ever wear socks with like Adidas sandals with the one strap across?
No, I'm not that Florida. I'm Florida, but I'm not that Florida.
Oh, I see. I thought I had one more question, but I can't remember what. I can't.
Well,
see
I get the feeling when I look at Rob, and he is my good friend, but I get the feeling that he smells like feta cheese.
feta cheese.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
those
yeah.
All right.
sometimes because you get the famunda cheese working
Yeah,
outside.
feta.
The heat, you get that duck butter going on. No, it's rough.
Did you wear a lot of Adidas moves to cover that up?
yeah, or
Oh no!
Clinique
Well,
happy.
I wore Curve.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Curve. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's the same thing as Adidas moves.
When I started dating Savannah, she mentioned to me that she liked the way Curve smelled, and like my first paycheck, I bought like the gallon jug of it, and I reeked of Curve everywhere I went. I was soaked in that shit.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that is funny.
I was
shoes.
Candy's men. I think.
Candy.
Oh,
man.
candies! Yeah, I remember
I've never
candies.
heard. I've never used that.
Candies. Oh yeah, I remember candies. I do remember candies.
Candy's man or Candy's men. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think. Who was with Jim Carrey? Jennifer. She was the host of
Jenny
Single
McCarthy.
Out.
Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had her own show. Remember?
Yep. Singled out.
And the dog farted. And it
Oh,
went,
she had the Jenny McCarthy show.
And it went.
Yeah. Everyone fart. Yeah.
Sorry, that was just
That
an
was
old
funny.
skit she had on her stupid ass show.
Speaking of
Anyways.
old skits, Weird Al Yankovic had some funny movies and skits. not really
Are
skits.
you just randomly saying
No,
that?
this was one of his favorite movies. Sleepaway Camp was. I'm bringing it back, kind of. And his song "Nature Trail to Hell" was inspired by this movie and Friday the 13th Part 3, referencing to the cutting up of Cub Scouts, an ending you had to see to believe. So yeah, I get
I wonder what he does these days. I know he was in that movie with Adam Sandler on Netflix.
The Wild Bunch.
No, it's the one where he's the agent, Sandy something.
I can't remember. I know which one you're talking about though.
Are you really wondering right now what Weird Al Yankovic is doing with his time? He's counting his money. That's what he's.
You think he's still rolling in it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. He
Come
hasn't.
on. Amish Paradise.
Yeah,
he
that
doesn't-
one. That
he
one
has like an
kills.
Oscar. He has awards and
I remember that video on MTV.
Oh yeah.
Amish Paradise.
I mean, he was on Conan in 2016. Had to be and he's doing stuff still. 2017, 2018 credits here.
Did anyone notice when Mel was yelling at Ricky or wouldn't let him go to help Angela on the dock because he thought Ricky was the killer? Remember that scene?
Oh yeah, Mel just hates Ricky.
Did you notice right before their confrontation that camp counselor's in the background doing shoulders?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Catch that?
He's doing the
He's doing
shoulder
lateral raises.
Doing the shoulder lateral raises.
Yeah.
Yep, I did see him.
You guys catch that?
And
Did you
then-
see that, Rob?
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that.
That's all Rob was
At
looking
least
at.
At least they like acknowledged his size because he was wearing like a bodybuilder shirt in one scene that said like something bodybuilding on it.
Ronnie.
And then they had him doing shoulders in the background in one scene. So
It was
I just thought that was hilarious. He's a blur in the background doing shoulders, like out in the middle of a field. He just has dumbbells and he's doing shoulders.
God, he always saves the day too. God, Mel just beating the shit out of Ricky at the very end.
He seems like he seems like the kind of son Burt Young would be proud of.
Oh, I'm sure.
That camp counselor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Burt Young would be very proud of him. God.
But really, Scotty doesn't. You weren't even here for that, were you? Were you here for the Burt Young Amityville episode?
No, I wasn't. But I know who Burt Young is.
I thought you were. not here for the James Brolin. Were you not here for 2 episodes?
I was gone for 2 weeks in Africa.
Oh, it was both. It was our Brolin reference and our Burt Young reference.
But I listened to them on the way home, and I got the gist.
All right. Well,
the shtick. Yeah. So I want to talk about the last. Sorry, I want to talk about the last scene. So how it was accomplished. So the last scene was accomplished by using a nude man wearing a mask cast from Felisa Rose's face. There were talks and even molds created for a strap-on prosthetic penis for Felisa herself to wear, but the idea was ultimately scrapped. The thin man who stood in for Angela in this one scene that was naked with the bush was a college student who needed to get drunk before he was able to do the scene, which he did so. So that's how they shot that scene.
What the
so
fuck
a college
is this?
student. You gotta come on. You gotta elaborate on what I just said.
What'd you say?
See, Danny wasn't even listening.
I was. College student had to get drunk to get naked on the camera.
So you don't have anything to say about it?
What do you want me to say?
He's paying attention to what Rob's texting him right now.
Oh, well, that's because Rob...
Instead of the podcast.
That's because Rob just sent me a picture of some fucking pedophile with a mustache.
That's a picture of Rob.
that was me when I was rocking my mustache.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, dude.
Is. It looks like...
Is that you and the panda, too?
They could have just paid him...
That's me and the panda in like 2003. And see, I wore like just a large shirt, but I had the whole slicked back hair.
You got like a choker on? Is that a choker?
Ooh, you got the white V-neck.
It was like a puka shell.
Oh,
God. Josh Hartnett.
Did Ty get these?
Are you rocking a chin strap, or is that just shadow?
That's just shadow, and then the other one's me in the Everglades.
All right.
Shadow from.
I can't find the one where I was smoking a cigarette. That was.
I think I've seen that one. I've seen one with like you with Marlboro Reds or something.
Oh yeah, just sitting there with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth and a wife beater.
Anyways, you said this is a college kid had to get drunk to do it?
Yeah, the local college kid.
Huh?
That was in New York somewhere.
Well, I actually have a funny story about that. I was watching the making of Sleepaway Camp.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after, I just got 3 attachments from Rob. I don't even want to look at them.
Yeah, they're the same ones you sent us.
Yeah.
I bet.
I know what it's going to be. But I was watching the making of, and they were talking about how they wanted to put a strap on Felisa or whatever, and her mother was like not down for it. So, but they just kept saying the word strap on.
Kind of a harsh word.
And yeah, they just kept saying it in the documentary. And my roommate, she was getting ready for work, and I had my door open, and she could hear what I was listening to. And so, like, I'm watching this making of. This was after I watched it. This was after I watched the movie, and she's just like standing in my doorway, and I look up, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Jeez.
Strap on.
I was like, "It's the making of a horror movie."
Yeah.
I'm watching Strap-on Strap-ons. About strap-ons.
Yeah, it's how you make strap-ons. It's like how people make strap-ons.
I want to see how they made that prosthetic.
All I'm saying is that if you're covering,
had to be really small.
I'm just saying if you're covering my face up, I'll get naked on camera for free.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
why would you get so nervous?
I know that penis. That's Danny's penis.
I just have to just start me with the mask on in the dressing room so that no one ever sees me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I watched that movie that Danny was in on Amazon and saw.
Oh, don't even mention that.
way more than enough Danny. I felt really awkward.
Scene. Oh, come on. I'm just wearing boxer briefs.
The makeouts, those boxer briefs were 2 to 3 sizes smaller.
No, they weren't.
They showed everything.
No, whatever.
There was like a perfect print outline of what was happening. I'm like, I can't.
Hey, I just give the people what they want.
Yeah. Hey man, more power to you. Hey, there's no shame in your game. I'm just like, I'm watching and I'm like, holy crap, there's Danny, cool. Then he's kind of making out with the blonde girl, and I'm like, it's a little awkward for me. It's okay. And then the next scene or a couple of scenes later, he's walking toward camera, and I'm like, okay, oh, wow, okay.
It's not that bad.
And then of course Savannah walks in. She's like, "What the hell are you watching?" And I'm like, "God, it's nothing. It's just Danny and on." I can't watch it.
Oh Lordy! Don't ever mention that film again.
Oh,
What's the name of it again?
You were good in that movie.
It's on Amazon Prime.
What's the name of it again?
No Name Film. It's called No Name.
We'll get it one of these times.
No Name Film.
Apparently, Danny's bulge was very good in it.
It's called The Corrupt Half. If you guys have to fucking watch.
Oh, he said it.
The movie
Corrupt
is
Half.
not. The movie is not good.
The movie's horrible. I didn't like
Corrupt
the
Half.
movie is
it was
pretty
like
terrible.
it was
but
like
Danny's
2.5 years ago. I am not good in the movie.
You are good in that movie. And then Danny has some one line in the movie to where like he just tells this bitchy roommate off, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I don't even know how they.
I didn't even see it.
I don't know how this thing's on Amazon. I think anyone can
should
put
see
their
it.
film on Amazon. So just
Yeah.
It was for like $100 for the day, and it was some shitty fucking movie. I don't even.
Adrenochrome. The guy just put his movie
Well,
on there.
Adrenochrome's awesome.
Yeah.
I would have paid to be with those chicks
Yeah.
on set.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys got to listen to the interview. It's Tom Sizemore. Anyways,
Yeah. Trevor Sims is a cool guy.
I tell you, the end of this movie, Sleepaway Camp, it's a pretty good movie, but the end was fucking awesome. That was so creepy.
I
It was
liked
so
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Not since Psycho have we had a better horror movie end reveal.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it really was twists and turns there, and
You know what? I totally saw her being the killer,
Me too.
like from a quarter of the way in. But I did
still
not.
wasn't sure.
But I did not see her being a boy
yeah, me neither.
at all.
No.
So
It was weird though. At the very beginning of the movie, the only one that survived was the boy, and the girl and the dad died. So I'm like, wait, but she's. So I was trying to put that together. Then it all finally made sense.
yeah, I guess I just never even thought to connect the beginning in any way to the movie itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't see the boy thing coming, but I did see her as the killer, obviously. But yeah, well, that final image was just awesome.
With blood all over her, and she took a bite out of his neck.
Really you could tell it was her head on a different body,
Yeah.
for sure.
And her head's
she
just-
grew like 6 inches, and
Her head's just cricked to the left, and she's just making that sound. And
it was
creepy
pretty
though.
creepy. Yeah, it was
cool.
creepy.
Oh my god,
It's iconic.
she's a boy.
It is iconic.
She's a boy.
I saw that. I had never seen this movie, but I saw that picture of that, like artwork poster of it. I don't know, a few months back, and I was like, "That is fucking creepy." I almost was like, "I don't really know what that's from," but that's fucking creepy.
So the mom was crazy and changed him into a girl. Another boy simply won't do.
Oh, I loved her. I loved her in the beginning. I really did.
Yeah, well, she was crazy at the end too. God.
Well,
Yeah,
that was Sleepaway Camp.
this movie did.
That was awesome.
It was good. It definitely
Yes.
Friday the 13th-esque for sure. It did become an unexpected hit, and it's obviously a cult classic too. The film went on to earn 30 times more than what was spent on the production. $350,000 was the budget, and they went on to do over $11 million on this. So it's pretty good. That's why they made so many more after. So we'll be on to the second one. It'll be fun times.
Yes. Yeah. You guys watch anything this week?
Yeah. What did you watch?
Ty, you're the guest.
Ty, you go first. Yeah.
I watched the original Stepford Wives this week.
Never seen it.
Oh,
I saw that on Amazon. I didn't watch it though.
I need to watch that.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Stepford Wives. Yeah, I need to watch that.
It was my girlfriend's father's first time seeing it, and you guys haven't seen it?
Was that 70s?
No, I haven't.
70s? Is that?
Yeah, the original one's like 70.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Is in it.
Yeah. I've heard of it. I think I saw some of the. Is it the remake or just the newer one?
The remake has Nicole Kidman,
2004,
and Christopher Walken. Yeah, don't watch that shit.
I've seen some of that one.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So the original one.
In comparison to the original. But yeah, and I think that was that was it. I was introducing somebody new to it, and hopefully you guys will watch it too, because it's a very good movie.
Maybe we'll cover it. Yeah.
I'm trying to see did you watch anything, Rob?
I watched The Cure for Wellness.
Was it good? Was it good?
It was pretty good.
I thought it was all right.
Actually, it was pretty good. Yeah,
it was all right.
It's not a horror movie. It's very long, but the ending is good. It's just basically you're trying to figure it out, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and it's a good movie. The movie that I did watch that I absolutely loved, it reminded me a lot of Cabin in the Woods, I watched The Belko Experiment.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That was good.
Oh, that movie was awesome. That movie
was so good. McGinley, John C. McGinley.
John McGinley.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good in that movie because that just must be how he is in real life. I think he is that intense in real life.
Yeah.
And then who was the guy? Oh God, who was the guy that played the boss in that movie? He was also in Ghost. He has
Patrick
like the
Swayze?
very. Well, no, the bad guy in Ghost.
I can't remember.
Oh, he's been in a ton of stuff. But anyway, he was in it. He was awesome. The whole movie was great.
Yeah, I need to watch that again. It's good stuff.
Oh, it's Tony Goldwyn. Tony Goldwyn.
Yeah. Tony Goldwyn, that's right.
And he's kind of like in everything, but I mean, he was. Oh, dude, he was awesome in this movie. He played the bad guy in it, and he was so good. And I watched something else with him in it too this weekend, but I can't remember what it was. But the Belko Experiment was great.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Did you watch anything, Danny?
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go last.
I watched. Is this the only one I watched? I watched Annabelle Creation. Yeah. It's on. What is
I watched that too.
Good.
It's on one of my movie channels right now.
That's
like
right.
Stars or something.
Me and Rob talked about it, but you hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah. So I watched it finally. It was pretty good. There's some creepy shit in it. Definitely.
Yeah.
The creep factor was there. Like when she's crawling in the
field.
God damn, the crawl space or whatever, and she like pukes in her mouth. That was pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched. I was gonna say the other movie I watched with Tony Goldwyn was Kiss the Girls.
With Morgan Freeman,
Alex,
maybe.
Yeah, actually, really liked it.
I don't know
much about the. It's like I guess there's three. They're all about Alex Cross. There's like Kiss the Girls, Along Came a Spider.
Yeah.
And then Alex Cross was done. Tyler Perry played him, but Morgan Freeman was a badass.
Was he?
Kiss the Girls. Oh, it was an awesome movie.
Was The Bone Collector one of those or no?
No, it's very similar, but from what I Googled, it's not a part of the series. But really good. If you haven't yet, I would check out all the Alex Cross movies, and Bone Collector is really good too.
No, yeah, Bone Collector is good. That's creepy.
They're all kind of like Seven. They're very.
Yeah,
they're like hard suspense.
Seven.
They're really good. They're really good.
Oh, all right.
Well, since we recorded on Wednesday, so we only had 4 days since we recorded this, I didn't really get a chance to watch a lot, but I did watch Adrenochrome, which was good, so I recommend Adrenochrome, guys. And then I completed, I'm just rewatching Ash vs. Evil Dead, and there's awesome you can just watch that over and over again. So I completed the season 2 again, and I just need to go on to season 3 now.
See, I'm slacking. I have all of 3 recorded, what they're up to right now, because I have Stars, and but I was rewatching 1 and 2, and I'm like almost to the end of 1.
That's what I did too. I
have rewatched 1 already, so this is my 3rd time through 1, and this will be my 2nd time through 2. So we'll see.
Are you guys really that into Ash vs. Evil Dead? I mean,
I'm just into Evil Dead.
Yeah, okay. Because I watched the first episode where he's like screwing that girl in the bathroom and smacking her. Yeah, his wood can.
Yeah,
and like I was like you guys. I loved Army of Darkness. I loved Evil Dead.
So you're not like us then, because Evil Dead's better than Army of Darkness.
Yeah, Army of Darkness is great too. But
I know Rob will
Evil
disagree.
Dead.
Rob will disagree.
But yeah, It's definitely more
it sounds
comical.
like he has something to say.
They're two totally different movies. I'll give you that.
It's definitely more.
I think it all
comedy.
depends on which one. I think it all depends on which one you saw first.
Well, and it depends on what you're going for.
Well, I think like all three of them work perfectly. They're all great movies, but because I saw Army of Darkness first,
Yeah.
and for all the kids out there listening, this was back in the day when you had a VHS tape, and there was no, ooh, let's Google or look up all the. I had no idea. I thought Army of Darkness was a standalone movie.
Yeah, you didn't know
I had
there was
no
a-
clue there was. So I didn't see Evil Dead 1 or 2 until maybe 10 years after I had watched Army of Darkness at like 12 years old. You know, then you start to realize these are all connected.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I started with Evil Dead, and I was young enough that like it scared me still. you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
we
was like a
s- we
scary
started from the
movie.
beginning.
Then Evil Dead 2 was scary, and then I moved on to Army of Darkness.
Yep.
Well, Evil Dead's scary even to this day. The girl in the basement, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Henrietta.
Yeah.
But
And
yes,
then when she's calling the cards like Ace of Spades, Seven of it's disturbing.
and I like Ash vs Evil Dead. There's more comedy in it and stuff, but I like how it references back to Evil Dead.
I
and
mean,
Evil Dead 2.
we could do a whole episode on this, but Ash versus Evil Dead. It's not the same, but it's something, and it's not bad. It's just a different animal. It's almost like what Army of Darkness is compared to Evil Dead. So it's like, no, it doesn't have that awesome like retro feel that the first two and sort of Army of Darkness has, but it's at least Ash. He's at least killing deadites, and
there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of blood, which
and
which
it's a
we
good
like,
show
you
on
know.
its own. It's just I know there's some people that hate the series. They love the originals because they're two different monsters. But I would argue that so is Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. So it just depends on. I just love the original Evil Dead because it's just like so innocent and so. Like Ash is just there. He's just him. He's just this fucking college kid. He's not this like big-headed asshole wielding a chainsaw arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And he's
but I
Yeah.
also like that Ash too. So I don't know. It's both. I don't know.
I like the series, but there's something too synthetic about it. Like he really is a copy of a copy of a copy, but they're still good. It's still good. But for me, Evil Dead and Army of Darkness is nostalgic.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the mood for it, I'm really just going to go watch the originals, and I will watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, but I'm not going to watch those 20 times over. I'm going to watch Army of Darkness 20 times over,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to. The other thing is, it's probably because it's a series too. It's just so much.
Well,
You maybe watch one episode twice, and then
They're so short.
and then from there on, you're kind of just like, you just go watch the movie when you really want to relive, the retroness of it.
well, I will admit that, and I'm sure some of you guys get this way with other films or whatever, that I love the original so much that I almost feel obligated to watch the series at least a few times so that I sort of have it like not everything memorized, but just like the order of events memorized. You know what I mean? Like what sort of happens in season 1 and then what happens in season 2 and then how it makes its way to season 3. Like I wouldn't feel like a real fan if I was like, well, this is exactly because I know the first 3 like front to back, like over and over. And if they're like, well, what happened in season 2, like towards the middle? And I was like, I don't fucking remember. That I would feel ashamed.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you're supporting the franchise.
Because like I'm not that way with like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. Like if you talked about something that happened in one of the movies, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you like which movie it was. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I just don't know. Like I would know it happened and I would remember that part, but I'd be like, I don't know what fucking movie that was. Like there's 6 of them,
Mm-hmm.
But if you were like, oh man, like here's 2 words, one right after another. Like and that's in one of the Evil Dead movies, I'd be like, oh, it's 10 minutes into Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Yeah, there's diehards for each franchise there, and we love them all here too. But there's certain ones we love more than others. It's just great, cool guys.
Anyways, well, cool. Well, I think that wraps us up. We'll be back next week with Sleepaway Camp 2. Ty, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Ty.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, brother.
Make sure you follow us at Danny Bonin, at Scotty Bonin, at the Rob O'Neill 1986 on Twitter. At the same, except Rob O'Neill _CH podcast on Instagram.
Yep.
At Cult Classic Horror on everything. At CC Horror on Twitter.
And where are they going to follow Ty?
I don't know, Ty. Where do people follow you?
I have no
Facebook.
idea. I don't
Just
know.
find Ty and Draco on Facebook.
Yeah. Follow, find Ty.
Check us out, patreon.com/Cult Classic Horror. We got some awesome stuff we'll give you in return for supporting us there. And just keep listening. Oh, we haven't really said this, but definitely please go to iTunes and rate and review us if you can. Rate and review if you can on iTunes. That would be awesome. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week.
Later, guys.
Later.
See ya.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.